Congratulations today, sir. You fought for it. You know what I mean? You didn't just, coast over the line. You fought for it. It mattered.
Yeah, definitely did. I mean, every race matters. Not just this one, but every time I step on the line, it's definitely a sense of pride in winning and executing the race. So, yeah, definitely felt really competitive. It was a lot closer than I thought it would be, so that's great.
When did you get wind that Christian wasn't running?
I had saw him in the warm-up area. And he hadn't gone in for the first call, and he was in the first heat. So, I mean, that's when I found out. So hopefully he gets back healthy and see him later on this year, maybe.
Your name has been ringing out this year. You've been the man to watch, the man to beat. What's that been like? Different experience?
It's a little different. I still feel like people aren't really saying my name much, and that's fine. And I think that even if they were, it doesn't really change the race for me. It doesn't change the atmosphere. It doesn't change anything. I'm here to execute, and I think I stayed pretty calm in all the races. And
your interviews.
Yes too. So, yeah, I mean, I've been having a good year this year, and people are talking, and that's good.
Year-on-year progression is all anybody wants, I guess. For you though, is it just been stringing together consistent races, being consistently fast?
Yeah, today was definitely an eye-opener for me because I ran 2 times 990, and I know that consistency means that there's a drop coming. We talk about that with my coach all the time. So being consistent, I've run 990 3 times this year. I've run 988 once. So I know I can go faster than what I've been running.
What part of your race has been the most improved part for you and aided that consistency? I
think for me, my bread and butter is always the acceleration towards the end. But I think I've improved a lot on the start. I've come a long way from my first 30 meters. And so I still have a lot of work to do, but I think that that's the most, the part of the race that I've improved the most on this year.
It's a long way to the next World Championships, but I guess this year has been all about running fast and making sure that you're in the mix in terms of people that are going to be considered for a World Championship next year. Would you say that's job done? And how many more races you got to go?
I've got 2 more races. I think that this year for me is a lot of just working on what I need to have down for next year. And so next year becomes a lot easier. So this year is kind of not a practice run, but it's just working on all the small stuff. So next year it's natural.
I know that you're a God-fearing man. I follow a lot of your tweets on Twitter and stuff like that. Talk to me about your spiritual strength and how that's kind of got you through, not necessarily the good times, but the darker times when your name wasn't ringing out.
Yeah, I think that my faith has gotten me through a lot. I mean, last year I was running pretty fast, and I think a lot of people were talking about me being on that world team last year. I ended up going in the first round and getting hurt, and so, that's a really tough time, especially when I'm in really good shape to potentially make my first, major team. So yeah, it was definitely trying, but the biggest thing for me is just keeping my faith and knowing that, God has a plan for me. And so I think that that's the biggest thing that's gotten me through is like God's rhythm is unpredictable, but we just have to walk in it. We can't determine, what's going to happen. So I think that that's the biggest thing for me is just staying steadfast in my faith and believing. And I'm here now. I've only lost 2 races all year, and I've run 988, which is a huge PR for me. So that's the biggest thing is just my faith and believing that it's going to happen for me.
My thing with what happened last year and moving into this year is that there's a void now for an American sprinter to come in and be the man. You could take that spot?
I think I'm in a good position. There's a lot of talk about Christian Coleman, Noah Lyles, but I think we all push each other, and one of us has got to come out on top. So hopefully that's me.
Thanks for your time. Well done today.
Thank you.